Welcome back, everybody. Dave the Gamer here. Today wanted to make you a guide. I tested this out a couple months back and just wanted to take a revisit on this because I've seen the prices go up and still nobody's farming here. What I'm talking about is making over 100 gold an hour in Silithus fighting the dredge strikers. There's dredge striker, dredge crusher. The strikers will actually do a charge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the route I take, exactly how I do a big pull, and then I'm going to show you the loot that I got over the hour. So I tested this over 3 hours. I got basically what I got in my inventory now is pretty much the average of what I've got each and every time. So I definitely recommend getting your ass here. You over 100 gold an hour and it's this easy. Why not? So let me show you. I've tried this on my mage and several other characters. I found it to be easiest on my warlock, as I'm able to basically sacrifice my void walker, get 3% health back over the time, and then so pretty much not a lot of downtime. When I do these pulls, I'm pulling really bare minimum 3-4 different mobs at a time. Now if you're not familiar with the area, what you want to go here is in Silithus. I like to stay, so the dredge crushers are over here and the dredge strikers are basically up in this circle. So I start somewhere here and I try to stay more towards the middle. If you go towards the upper part of it, there's really only like one, where in the middle you could pull 2-3 at a time. This time I've actually started pulling all of the scorpions and the little spiders here. The spiders drop ironweb spider silk, which would go for about 75 to a gold a piece. The scorpions, though, I think are better. They do a lot more damage, as they can do a stacking debuff, and they drop the large venom sack or the huge venom sack, which is still like 2 gold, 2.5 gold. So it's nice to be able to pull a bunch of different things. Before, I only actually did the strikers. And the meat, the sandworm meat, is good money overall. It's about 1 gold, 80 silver per piece. And then I'm going to show you the quest here on the screen. And you want to do that because you can actually cook it. If you have 275 cooking or more, you're able to get that quest. And then you cook it and be able to sell it easy and a lot faster for about 3 or 2.5 gold a piece. So you actually make decent money by just having the cooking and cook it. But yeah, let me show you exactly how I do this pull. Like I said, I start here, I make the lap around, I pretty much pull everything around me. You got to watch how many scorpions. If you get 4 or 5 scorpions on you, they could do some damage. There really hasn't been anybody farming here. This is like over 3 hours. This is one of the only people I've seen. But I want to show you a good pull that I actually aim for. So let's see here. So I'm looking to be able to pull at least 2 strikers at a time, and then I'll grab a couple other things along with it. So there's 1 striker there. Can I pull any more? Nope. See, when you go up towards the edge here, there's only ever 1. Really, you want to stay in the middle here where you can get a couple. See how I can see 2 pretty close to each other? And I'm not herbalism, but if you were herbalism, you could get an extra 5-10 gold an hour just picking up dream foil and everything. Not to mention, there's a ton of different Black Lotus spawns along this route. So I killed about 50 of these during that time, and I didn't get a single essence of air, so I would personally skip them. Now, as you see, I dot these bad boys up: Corruption, Curse of Agony, Siphon Life. Now, if they're too far from you, a lot of times they'll rush you and actually stun you. So I just grab onto these guys, and I start walking. I'm pulling everything around me. And as you see, like these don't do a whole lot of damage. I'm life tapping. It really does not matter. So that's pretty much what I like there. I might be able to get 1 more. So what, I got 5 of them on me total. Super easy, man. Like, and I'm not even very geared at all. Like, I'm all MC and a little bit of BWL gear. I got a couple. Well, I got my 4-piece of Nemesis. That's about it. And right there, I killed 2 dredge strikers and 3 or 4 different crabs. So that alone, you'd get some decent money off of. But But let's look at the loot and why I think this is so good. So, brief interruption, guys. For those that want to help support the channel, I created a Patreon with some of the big perks is you actually get early access to all the videos. So I usually create 15 videos at a time in a day or two, and then I release them 1 week at a time. So basically you're going to get a head start on anybody else weeks, if not months, before they'll ever see the video, along with your name scrolling at the end of all of my new videos. I appreciate the support, and let's jump back to the video. So, over the hour, this is what I got. So I broke it down here. So in raw, just shitty vendor material like your thick spider silk, your shadow silk, stuff like that, I'm just going to sell straight to the vendor. Now, I killed mainly the spiders and I was avoiding a lot of the scorpions, which I think you could actually get a lot more gold per hour by doing the opposite. By focusing on pulling at least 2 dredge strikers every time. But then if you see scorpions around, get them, because they drop the huge venom sack, which is a lot more, and the glowing scorpion blood vendors for 20 silver. So it's a lot better vendor stuff and other stuff to get off there. But anyways, so I got about 4 gold in just random vendor shit. I got a thorium lockbox, 5 gold. A huge venom sack, which I factored 2 gold. Now the spider, if you do go with the spider stuff, these meat do sell. They're only 7 silver, so I really only got about a gold and a half there. I got a couple greens. I'm just going to disenchant them, so that's about, I factored 7 gold. A journeyman's backpack, 2 gold. 8 ironweb spider silks. I factored 70 silver or 80 silver a piece, basically 6 gold. Now, obviously, if you only did scorpions and not those, you wouldn't get the meat in this, but you would get a lot more huge venom sacks in this. So I think you would probably net a good 10, maybe 10, 15 gold more per hour by focusing more scorpions and spiders. And where all the money is at is the sandworm meat. So I ended up getting 33. I typically average between 30 to 35 per hour sandworm meat, as long as you're doing the full routes and there's not too much competition. Like I said, I come through here, hit all of the stuff. Like I'm always pulling multiple, and you come the whole way around. So by the time you make the lap around, everything respawns, and you could just keep making that lap over and over. But 33, and when I cook it, I'll be able to get 2.5 gold a piece. That's 82.5 gold. So overall, that's 110 gold an hour. If you factor auction house costs, you minus 5 gold, still 105, bare minimum 100 an hour. And look how fucking easy that was. There's nobody here. Like I said, if you have herbalism, you could probably scoop up a black lotus every here and there. You're picking up other herbs. You're probably 120, 130 gold with adding in the scorpions. What more do you want from an easy ass fucking farm? Hope you enjoyed the video though. Check in the top right corner. A great video where I opened up chests of spoils by turning in scepters. And I invested 5,200 gold in that video. So let me know what you think. As always though, game on.